Hi, Karina here, your Lucid Living Coach. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm an intuitive astrologist and life coach, and I'm here to help the collective through all these crazy transits. So I am focusing on the moon cycles, and I had put out a video on this eclipse that's coming up at the end of October. So I wanted to do this video and focus on the energy for us, where before I was giving you the energy for the United States in comparison with this eclipse. So let's get right into it. This eclipse is a partial lunar eclipse in Gemini at 8 degrees, happening on November 30th. So this is when the sun is opposing the moon. Now the sun is in Sagittarius. Okay, this is our outer awareness. We might be really reflecting on where we want to go, maybe when things return to normal, or if you want to go on a road trip or short distance little trip or travel. But I mean, there are really good deals on air flights. So also thinking about what we want to learn. Maybe we have this drive to learn something new or go a little deeper with what we already know. Then we have the moon in Gemini. This is our inner awareness. We could be getting some downloads and some information that are that maybe we haven't really known was there, or a desire or a love for something that we really didn't know was there. We could have been suppressing it or pushing it down, depending on where Gemini is in your chart. If you go ahead and look at where Gemini is in your chart, you're going to find a lot of shifts happening there. So eclipses eclipse things, and it usually sets the stage for the next 6 months. So this eclipse, this weekend, okay, is wrapping up a 6-month cycle. Where were you in June? And look at how far you've come and what has shifted and changed. So back in June, there was an eclipse at 0 degrees of Cancer, and that was wrapping up the last 2 years of eclipses. So this is the first Gemini eclipse since 2012. And I'll get into that when I read over my notes. But right now I'm just talking about what I see going on by just looking at the chart and what wants to come through. So Gemini is the messenger between the worlds. Okay, this could also be the messages that we're getting from our higher self into, let's say, the 5D into the 3D. So it's good to be listening and seeing what comes up for you. So we have 2 more eclipses this year. There's still a lot more shifts that are going to happen. This year has been full of surprises and growth and the unknown, which, if you've ever heard that song by F. Barzilai, The Unknown, it's very similar to that kind of energy. So this is the 6th eclipse of 2020. And we have one more that's happening on December 14th. This will be an eclipse in Sagittarius. So the Sagittarius eclipse in June, and then the December 14th is a Sagittarius eclipse. Now the opposite of Sagittarius is Gemini, and that's the eclipse that's happening right now. So for Sagittarius, this eclipse is happening in your 6th or 7th house of partnership, depending on what degrees your Sagittarius is in. And Sagittariuses are having a shift in their partnerships. This could be business partnerships, marriages, relationships, friendships. Okay, there's some kind of shift that's happening there. Or it could be even the shift where the next 6 months you're focused on that area of your life. So let me get in the notes. All right, let's get started. Lunar eclipse at 8 degrees of Gemini, the twin flame portal, November 30th. This is Mark Twain's birthday. The sun's transit into a fucus is November 29th through December 18th. A fucus is the serpent bearer. She is, to me, a part of this twin flame journey, along with a fucus, the warrior. The 3D and the 5D self, the avatar self versus the higher self. So the last time that this Gemini eclipse happened was November 28th of 2012. What was going on for you? When Saturn was in Scorpio, and this year, Saturn is in Capricorn. So look into your chart to see where Scorpio and Saturn are for you. What was going on for you in 2012? This transit will be a similar theme, but different, because there's no snapshot of the universe that is the same. So around 2012 to 2013, this time around will be bringing in something different. It's very similar, but different. So for example, let's say in 2012, 2013, you had a breakup, or maybe some people were leaving your life. This time around will bring a relationships or your friendships back. Not meaning the same people, but maybe just a different group of people. And we have Venus transiting Scorpio right now. Okay, this is pretty deep energy. Venus is our feminine energy, and she's really digging deep. Okay, this is a good time for deep connections and conversations, which will lead to feelings of breaking free from the bondage that happens when you're hiding your true feelings and hiding the depths of emotion. This is a time of exposing your truths, and your truth will set you free. So Mars transiting the home sign of Aries still, okay? It's been here for a while now. And it is making some aspects, but this is just giving us more drive and ambition for asserting ourselves. And it's also fueling the Scorpio energy of connection and communication. Okay, now that Mercury is going forward. I did notice that there is a lot of energy and aspects during this eclipse that has to do with Pallas. Now, Pallas Athena, she's an asteroid. I don't really talk a lot about them, but she represents wisdom, creativity, and intelligence and strategy. And she's sitting right between Jupiter, which is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn. And she's having a conversation here. She is a warrior queen. She reminds me a lot of Wonder Woman. And her energy is a mix between Leo, Aquarius, and Libra. So Mercury is in Scorpio and is sextile to Pallas, giving us the courage and providing us with an opportunity to have these deep conversations. and receiving some information that was hidden either from us or in our unconscious. Pallas is also having a conversation with Saturn and Jupiter. They're merging its energies, which is giving this area and these signs courage to ask for what they want out of life, whether that is a commitment or whether there's an opportunity that has come up that you would like to have a plan for to get what you desire. So continue on digging and investigating what exactly your true desires are and what your higher self wants out of life. Sometimes our ego can get in the way of the things that we really desire for our life, just to protect us from getting hurt or rejection or pain. But just know that there's no pain. There's no gang without pain. Yeah. So we are being asked to make some decisions that will be affecting our lives for years to come. This is a big transit, especially if you're on a twin flame journey. This is aborting a whole new chapter of your journey since 2012. And you will be learning different lessons. And the best advice is to be authentic and speak your truth. And sometimes before it's too late. Venus opposes Uranus. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a pretty eclectic and crazy transit here for the feminine energy. This could signify a sudden change in romantic relationships, either difficulties or commitments. This could also be a sudden change in how you feel about another person. And sometimes that's also a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. Drama or surprise is to be expected. Things will be revealed midweek, and this is the last weekend of the energy from the beginning of June's eclipses. This is kicking off the next 6-month cycle. If you don't have love in your life, you will have some big shifts in your finances, or either it could be windfalls or losing a lot of money, because this transit also suggests the United States currencies are going to be shifted. So this could be stocks, losing a lot of money in stocks, or gaining a lot of money in stocks, or ways of gambling. So don't throw your whole life savings on black or red. Sporadic. Be mindful about gambling. If you don't want to lose it all, don't bet it all. That's what I like to say. Bet what you're willing to lose. Take out some of your own. Oh, I'm sorry. I got lost. Yeah, so take out some so you're not financially vulnerable. As the United States is volatile right now as far as this transit, because it's conjunct the United States Uranus, okay? And Uranus is in Taurus right now, and it's changing our value systems. So the moon is square to Neptune as well. And our perceptions of things could be off, and everyone could feel vulnerable and sensitive. Be mindful of deceptions and take note that things are a little off. Not a good time to take drugs or alcohol, only microdosing. There is an energy in this aspect that can get you more intoxicated. And you could be more damaging if you're not careful. So overdoses are found in this aspect. So as far as like the psychology as an example, is if you're always, let's say, drinking at home, okay, your body has created an environmental trigger that recognizes the environment. Now, if you go to some house that you've never been at and you drink, and you're more likely to get more drunk off of the same amount that you drink at home because of the environmental change. So keep that in mind. If especially if you're doing drugs at one location and you decide to do it at a new location, that there's a lot of overdoses and deaths that end up happening because they think that their body could take as much as they do in their normal environment, and that's not true. So with this particular aspect, it's clouding your vision, okay, naturally. So I just wanted to put that warning out there. Okay, Venus is trine to Neptune. Okay, this is a great aspect for romance and connection, empathy and giving. So we could also see some political activism in this kind of aspect. All right, so Chiron is sextile the moon. Now, Chiron is the wounded healer. It's also an asteroid. I really see this as being the ruler of the planet ruler of Virgo. I think maybe Virgo has Chiron and Mercury, but there is an opportunity for healing yourself and through others and healing others as well. Now, with the trine to Chiron, the sun is trining Chiron. The US is so there's also some outer awareness that we're seeing within ourselves, not only inner but outer, that could be healing at this time as well. But like I said in my last video about the US is undergoing more sudden changes and shifts. And its focus is on the 6th and the 12th house polarity in the United States chart, which has to do with our unconscious, the hidden things, coming together as one and doing the steps necessary to get where we want to go. And this could be through our daily routines and our habits, how they've all shifted here. So this eclipse is at 8 degrees conjunct the US natal Uranus. And this is transforming our daily habits and work routines. So these are dying from the old world and transforming into the new world. The old world money and value systems are changing, and the Americans are going through a complete awakening, and the daily routines will be changing forever. Some secrets and hidden enemies will be revealed, and people will continue to be passing over. The coronavirus will have another spike. We already have been seeing that, and possibly another shutdown December, around after Christmas, as Pluto moves over the degrees of the final third time, okay? So I've been tracking the Pluto and the degrees with the coronavirus, and Pluto is moving over the same spot where it was in February and July, and again at the end of December. This is the third and final time. So third's a charm. This will be the last spike of the coronavirus from the astrology. There will be a value system and currency shift, and this could be the stock market crashed again and the cryptocurrencies taking a leap forward in December. Okay, so for there to be new starts and forward movement, we need to have a complete destruction and some steps backwards in order to launch forward. Just as a Sagittarius will, and its arrow, right? Archery, the further that you pull back, then the further your arrow's gonna go. So the more that you take some time and some steps backwards just to find a plan and to find where your target is, and then launch it is kind of the best way. So in order for us to launch forward, we are going to be seeing some steps backwards, and that's okay, because that's just reminding us that we are moving forward in some way. Okay, so all of this is not for nothing. And I just want to reiterate that because I did the video at the end of October. And this is, a pretty big eclipse, being that we haven't had it since November 28th of 2012. I'd like to pick a card. So let me get my card deck. All right, I'm going to do the Divine Circus Oracle. All right, this is for the collective, for the eclipse, Gemini, 8 degrees. What can we focus on as a collective? Pixie. Card number 36. This is an ending, because 3 plus 6 is 9, and 9 represents endings or completions of a cycle. This is a completion of a cycle from 2012, also from June of 2020. Let's see. There is an original you, the you that has always been and will always be you. No matter how much the outer forms of your body, your work, your lifestyle, your world seems to change, the original essential you is always there within, unique, precious, and just as you were created to be. Within you is an intelligence that helps you adopt to various life circumstances and situations. You might do this consciously or unconsciously, but the point of any type of adoption is survival. The Pixie Tarot card brings you a message. There is more meant for you in this life than merely surviving. You are actually meant to thrive. The oracle reminds you that you thrive most fully, abundantly, and deliciously when you are just you. Not the version of you that another may prefer, nor the one that helps you fit into the crowd, but just you, always, you have always been. Even if that doesn't seem like enough for some people, it is more than enough for you to have the life you deserve that would bring you the most peace, happiness, and love. When the oracle of Pixie Poirot comes to you, it is time to get back to your essential you. It might be time to go back to the things that you dreamed about in childhood, or something that really feels like it expresses the true you, but that you cast aside for some very logical and sensible reason or another. That might be a talent, passion, or lifestyle that you are pursuing, or a deep-seated need to create or express yourself through art, clothing, music, or dance. It's time to reclaim it. From little dreams and childhood fantasies, a full-grown life purpose can blossom. Even if you seem fanciful rather than practical, don't drop the ball. Give yourself a chance to be and to be seen, to live and thrive as the real you. You are you for good reason, not by error, oversight, or mistake. Love yourself and let yourself live, thrive, and express the original genius of you. So the healing trick for this card is to close your eyes and relax for at least 5 inhalations. You might just make the breath flow a little slower, deeper than usual. You're going to feel and visualize and imagine or pretend that you sense a child within your heart. That child might be in nature or in a room, wherever that you want to be. Smile at that child, let them be love in your smile, and let the child know that you are happy to see him or her, to love and appreciate and spend some time with them. That child might have something to show you. It might be a dream or a symbol, something precious to them, or even just a smile, or perhaps they're sad, angry, or frightened and alone. So accept whatever the child wants to show you without judgment, and respond with love, patience, validation, and encouragement. Tell that child within, I love you. When you're ready, say aloud, the child within the original me, just as I was created by the universal love to be, guides me to my true destiny. And repeat this a few times. Playing and reading, drawing, coloring, dancing, singing, painting, cooking, swimming, hugging a tree, talking to the birds, and whatever that you feel like doing, whatever your inner child wants to do, allow your inner child to do through you. And you have finished your healing trick. So you could say this also. Another mantra is, I am an original, the original me. I am amazing, just as I was designed to be. So that was a good card for this transit. Let's see if we have like an animal card, something. What animal should we work with? This lunar eclipse in Gemini. Ooh, the whale. That's pretty deep. Let's see. Pick one of these two. The whale. Definitely a water card. Water houses are our value systems, our daily routines, and our career and legacy. We're all being shifted on our divine purpose. Just gonna pick one. This one. The walrus. Okay. They're both pretty watery creatures. All right. The whale. Oh, here it is. Desire to delve deeper. Profound peace, ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain. As they have overcome many challenges in their lives, these experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be the beacon of our darkest hours. So when in balance, this whale energy is calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. And when out of balance, slips into old stories and is heavy. And then to bring into balance would be regular self-care. So this card is really telling us that we need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. And this could be through naps, massages, taking a bath, eating healthy, taking your vitamins, and having a healthy routine. The walrus. Remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. And then I'm going to see if there's any tarot cards that want to come out for this transit. Ugh. There's a strength card. It didn't come out. I just saw it. It's a Leo card. All right. Tarot card. The collective. This Eclipse. Oh. Queen of Wands. She's got the black cat by her. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands. Look at, she knows what she wants. She's sitting on her throne with her wand and her black cat. She is very powerful and she makes friends easily. She's very attractive. She has enthusiasm. She has enthusiasm. She's dedicated to the things that are important to her. She's very busy and active because she knows what she wants, and she wants nice stuff. She's encouraging and cheerful. She's very attractive in that way. She's very self-assured. She's self-confident because she knows what she wants. And so this is the energy that we're to focus on. And the bottom of the deck was the Seven of Wands. I don't know if you can see that, but this is just really asking us to really be that beacon of light and to receive the abundance that you've worked so hard for, and to stand up for yourself and your beliefs, and don't let others hold you back from what you really desire. What it's about, from what the card said, is it's about listening to your inner child. Oh, this lipstick gets everywhere. It's about your inner child and what your inner child wants. That's you on, it's you at your higher self level. And it's asking, like, what do you want? You know, what door do you want to open? Okay. Sometimes we'll have choices, right? We'll have choices. We'll see like 5 doors. And then there's some friend or there's some family member or whatever telling you, pick that door, pick that door. But your intuition saying to pick this door, and then you go and open the door that everyone was telling you to open, and you don't get to move forward, or there's no prize behind that door. And then you were revealed that the door that your intuition was saying to open was the way forward, and there was like a prize. And how mad you are, and when you should have listened to your intuition. If that's ever happened to you, this is kind of like what the universe is trying to say to us, is to listen to your intuition, listen to your higher self, listen to your inner child, and take action and stand up for what you believe, regardless of what anyone else wants for you. So if it's a job that you've always wanted to do, if you want to go to school to learn something that you've always wanted to learn, but everyone's always been naysaying or saying, oh, you'll never do any blah, blah, blah. You know, that's their own insecurities they're projecting onto you. Maybe they were told that and now they're trying to pass it down to you. But you be different and you do different. Or maybe it's someone that you love that, you know, you're embarrassed of saying. Maybe your parents wouldn't approve or your friends wouldn't approve. Just setting that aside and choosing what is best for you, because ultimately we know what's best for us and what we want for our journey. So it's really not up to anyone else. So with that being said, you guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for liking and sharing my videos. and thanks for supporting me. And to give back on Black Friday, I'm going to do transit readings for $45. So if you would like a transit card reading from me, I have examples in my YouTube channel. It says transit card reading for 60. Black Friday will be for 45. So you could Venmo Lucid Living Coach, or you could message me, and I take different forms of payment. So I also have my galaxy bracelets and my crystal bracelets that are usually 30. They're going for 25. If you're interested in any of those, please let me know. And yeah, I hope you guys have a beautiful Thanksgiving, and stay mindful, stay awake, and stay safe. All right, guys, your Lucid Living Coach, Karina.